It's shoot day. I don't know if it's shoot day. That shoot day sounds like Tuesday for guys from Nyeri, but no, that's not what I mean. I mean, it's shoot day. You know, that day when we get to record the podcast. This is that day. And on this specific episode, I'm sharing about my highlights of 2021. 2021 has been an interesting year, has been a blessed year for me. I've really enjoyed this year. Of course, you all know why. But this year also, I know a lot of people who have been making bold moves, and we have guys who have taken risks in new businesses, guys who've released new contents, guys who've taken new seasons in their lives, guys, guys who are just doing things in a very unconventional way. And that's why I'm here to share this meal, because this meal is for you. This is the KFC Crunchmaster, and I've been talking about the Crunchmaster like for the past like 4 episodes, and you need to test it or try it if you've not tested it. Here it is. I think I should have a bite today right on set, just to make you guys feel bad, so that you guys can go get it. It's $5.90, but that's for the Crunchmaster alone. If you pay $7.90, you get the Crunchmaster, a soda, and some fries. This meal is not just for anyone. If you know you're not bold, please don't buy it. If you know you are apologetic, please don't buy. This meal is for the bold, the unapologetic, and for guys who just think outside the box, guys who, when guys go right, they go left, guys who are just unique in their own different way. This is the meal for you. Now let's get to the podcast episode. Right now, make sure you subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is yet another episode of the Cyco Podcast, and I am super excited, man. This is the last episode of season 2. Yeah, we are finally done with season 2. This year, I know I've been a bit, flaky here and there, but I'll tell you some of the reasons why. Now, before we even start, today, this is going to be a very short episode. This is a mini-sode. And basically what I'm going to be sharing is my highlights of 2021. I put the mic like this, Steve. Like that. Ndio watu waache kunisikiza hivi. Iko sawa hivyo? Oh, ni straight. Oh, body just straight. Okay. Is that okay? Okay, guys at home, just comment below. You tell me at what point it's straight enough. Hapo iko poa. Tuendelee. So this being the final episode, I thought, what should I talk about? Should I talk about Bitcoin, financial success, democracy in Africa, conflict in Pakistan? No. This is just the final episode. We're going to make it very light, because I'm just going to be discussing about the highlights of my year. And I would also want to know what are some of the highlights that you've experienced in your own year. Please leave them on the comment section below. This year I've talked a lot about Skillshare. I've been talking about Skillshare for the past 4 months, and I'll continue talking about Skillshare because I'm also gaining a lot. For example, during this period, when we had traveled to Cape Town, all the content that you guys were enjoying on Instagram was shot from my iPhone. And this is something that I've learned also from Skillshare. And one of the classes that I've taken is by Caleb and Niles Gray. Hey, I don't know if I've pronounced that right. But the class that I had taken up was by Caleb and Niles Gray. So we were learning how to shoot your footage, the gear that you need, very small lights, but I won't tell you much. You need to go for the class. The apps that you need, the advantages, the limitations. These are some of the things that I've been learning from Skillshare as a platform. Now, I've made your work easier. The first 1,000 people to click on the link in the description box below will get a free 1-month trial of Skillshare. Check it out. I don't know if you guys remember Dunia Wiki Hii. Yeah, Dunia Wiki Hii is a show for the kids who are born in like 2000, kina Steve Apple. So there was a show back then, back when TVs were black and white. There was a show that would come on TV. We used to have a TV called NEC, and for some weird reason I used to think it's Neno Evangelism Center, but I don't think that's what it meant. So there was this show that would come on KBC where this guy would highlight the highlights of the week from all over the world, and everything was just in black and white. And then of course Moi had to be thrown in there somewhere, as he'd have done something cool. I mean, that's life, and that's basically what this podcast is all about. Is that I'm going to be sharing some of my top highlights of 2021, because this is the final episode of this year until next year. So I'm also going to take a break. I also hope you do so. I highly advise that you take a break this period. And if the Cyco Podcast is not dropping a new episode, please stop listening to podcasts just for this 1 month. then you go back to listening to podcast. No, just listen to whatever podcasts are out there before they come at me. Or when they will unaringanga, sindio? No. Just listen to all the podcasts that are out there, especially Kenyan podcasts. Dope stuff. So I'll start with some of my highlights this year. The first one is I proposed. Yeah, I made my proposal. It was very private. It was very cozy, just the two of us. And of course, it's to Wanjiru. Just anyone is wondering out there, or if anyone cares, or if it's just giving anyone sleepless nights. Let me just make that clear. I proposed this year, and that was a very intimate event. We will be sharing a video on the whole process and the whole proposal video, so watch out for that one as well. Number 2, I dropped a very hot jam called Tawala. We dropped a very fire song with Kariro Laura, and guys love it. Guys still play that song up to today, and I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the support that you've shown so far. And I know this year I've been shaky when it comes to music. I was still trying to find my balance with the podcast, the music, the content, and this other thing that I'm doing, which I'm gonna share probably by the end of this episode. So next year is gonna be marathon. Like, we already have the jams set, we have the venue set, we're already working on the album. I don't know when it's gonna be ready. So music fans, siko disappointed sana. Next year is gonna be a nice year. Another highlight, I did my Rashio, man. That was another one. That was an intense period as well, but it all went well. I will also be sharing this in an in-depth video with Wanjiru, so that you guys can see what happened. That was also very fun. Another highlight of my year is we were nominated again for the second year running Podcast of the Year. The Pulse Live Video Awards. Was it Pulse Live Video Awards or Pulse Live Influencer Awards? And that was dope because that was continental. And the Cyco podcast was up there, man. So big shout out to everyone who voted. I was so excited, Yanni. Still, this is like the second year and we're still topping charts. That was a very good thing for me, and I appreciate you guys. The other highlight was we started Cyco Hub. Now, for a long period of time, I was like, we've gained a lot of experience in this whole production process. We kind of know how it works. And a lot of you also send me DMs and asking me, so which microphone should I buy? Hey, which cable should I buy? And I'm like, let me give you Steve's number so that you can call him, so that he can tell you which cable, because I don't do mostly the behind the scenes. I used to do the behind the scenes in the first episodes, and then you guys were like, sasa hii sound gani umetwekea wewe tuma pin tuma, like guys were so violent those days, man. But thank God, like I prayed and God in heaven was like, Steven, wake up, there's a man I want to send you to. And then he came. We've been doing some awesome production, and we have equipment as well. So the Cyco Podcast is a podcast production company. So if you have a podcast idea, if you have any concept that you want to bring to life, and you don't even know how to go about it, we'll help you narrow down and help you even identify your audience. All you have to do is book with us. Where? Here. CycoHub.Africa. Make your booking today. And as soon as we started, should I say, no sooner had we started the company, then we started getting, we've done a very awesome project that I will also be sharing on my page with very, very cool people that I advise every single creative out there who's looking to get into creatives. And we had Mudhoni on this set. Na hata nyinyi mlisikia hizo wisdom. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nimenyamaza hivi, pia mimi nimekuwa fan, niko na notebook hapo hivyo. She's amazing and she's very dope and she's very intelligent. Hence why she set up so many institutions and structures that are sustaining themselves even without her, And guess who has produced that podcast? Just take a wild guess. Do you think it's Sony? Do you think it's... Just take a wild guess. That's the Cyco Hub. So next year we're looking to do this in a bigger and even in a way better experience. Now, the final one, as I know when you'll be listening to this podcast or when you'll be watching this podcast, I'll probably be somebody's husband. And I don't know if that's the biggest joke of the year or if that's like the best thing ever. Most probably it's the latter. It's the best thing ever for Wanjiru. Wanjiru is so lucky and she's so blessed to have somebody like me, because they don't make them like me anymore. I mean, it's like a limited resource, a dying breed, like... You need to just say a prayer of thanksgiving for that girl. She's getting a pure gem, And so our wedding is happening. In fact, as I'm shooting this today, I've had to take a boda ride so that I come shoot quickly because the wedding is tomorrow. Today is the Friday, and I'm just meeting some of my friends. They think I should be having a massage, I'm like, a massage, my G. Shati yangu bado haijachangiwa buttons, like. I'm also going to be sharing the process of that whole like the outfit period. Just stay tuned to our YouTube channel. It's going to be pinned on my Instagram bio. If you don't find it, just go on Instagram, look for bencyco, bencyco. Go to my bio, you're gonna find that video. So like the first time the suit was made, it looked very weird, and this part of the tux just looked like wings. I was like, yo, what's this? Like, is this like a Red Bull partnership? I don't know what this is you're giving me. That's giving me wings. And I was panicking. Like I was in shock. And this is like 4 days to the event. But then the tailor was like, hold on, give me a few days. Went and made me some very, very cool. It's a white tux. So you just watch out for the pictures. We are working with Shiko Nyawera. So this is A1 level here. And yeah, so my biggest highlight of the year is finally getting married. I don't know what to expect. Married people, you need to let me know in the comment section below. The other day we had a meeting with like the boys, and they were asking me, so what do you expect? And I was telling them, I expect service. Expect to be served like an African man. And they all burst out into laughter. I was like, wow, what a joke. This is like the biggest joke of the century. So I don't know what to expect, but I'm really excited getting into this whole new season with somebody that I love. Plus, we've dated for like centuries, man. Like we've dated like since Pharaoh times, like we've dated for so long. It's time for us to just take this to the next level with like the most beautiful girl right now in the whole world. So those are my highlights of the year. I know this is a very short video. As I said, this is just a summary of what's been happening in the year. Just wanted to bring you guys up to speed. The reason why I've also not done a lot of things is because like unajua kupanga harusi si jokes mtu wangu. Like you start booking things in August, you're being told this whole process. I even knew what pagola is. I was like, what is a pagola? Like their seats. Oh man, a wedding is not a joke, man. And then now you've just finished planning, and then now you have to go to the guest list. Your cousin who you only spoke once when you guys were in Sunday school is all of a sudden calling you and they're like, when you don't consider family, you're like, yo, bruh, like we don't even talk, man. So it just becomes personal to so many people. Trying to balance the numbers, especially, is a big deal. I don't know why for some weird reason I always used to think like my wedding will have like 1,200 people. But the question is, do you have the 1,200 people budget? If you don't, stay humble. Now you're 200, I'm 150, And I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this new season. We're going to come back with more content together. So stay tuned. This is going to be awesome. I know you guys are used to me saying, oh, this is going to be elite. And watch out for our first video that we've already done. If you can't find it on YouTube, go to my Instagram bio, and that's where it's at, guys. So this has been fun. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for just being part of this journey. This year has just been balancing everything like an acrobat. Wale wasiokuwa before traffic ifunguliwe. Unajua wao wasio wanafanya mavitu hapo hivyo. That has been me this year, trying to balance everything isianguke. And I'm just thankful to God for his grace. So make sure you subscribe. Stay safe during this season. There's so many gigs happening. I don't even know where you guys will be going. Let me know where you guys will be going. Of course, kuna watu wataenda ushago. Kuna watu wataenda concerts bado za Race Course, waibiwe tena simu, alafu tena waende Twitter wa complain, alafu tena bado warudi tena huko waibiwe tena simu ingine. Like pia hiyo ni economy ingine pia mna sustain. So let me know where you guys will be going during the holidays. If you want to know where I'll be going, just follow me on Instagram. It's gonna be lit. Gonna be sharing all the pictures. Like from now moving forward, content back to back. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned to the Cyco Podcast. This is the final episode. We're finally done with season 2. Season 3 will be starting in 2022. Na naanza na manifesto. Stay on brand.